boys and girls. Welcome to the Reading Nook, an opportunity for me to read some of my favorite stories so that you can be able to read them along with me, and we can dive into some amazing books together to entertain us and to get us thinking and to get us practicing our reading skills in this crazy time away from school. So I hope that you enjoy our reading time together in the Reading Nook. Welcome back to the Reading Nook. Today we have an amazing story for you that I have found to be really helpful and interesting, but there's some really important things we can learn from it as well, so make sure you're paying close attention to these skills and things you may not have known before. This book is called Never Smile at a Monkey. It's got a frightening picture of a monkey on the front. I'll read the description so you know what to expect. When it comes to wild animals, everyone knows that there are certain things you just don't do. It's clearly a bad idea to tease a tiger, pull a python's tail, or bother a black widow spider. But do you know how dangerous it can be to pet a platypus, collect a cone shell, or touch a tangfish? Some creatures have developed unusual ways of protecting themselves or catching prey, and this can make them unexpectedly hazardous to your health. In this dynamic and fascinating picture book by Steve Jenkins, you'll find out what you should never do if you encounter one of these surprisingly dangerous animals. So this book can teach us a lot that we may not have known before, and I think it can be helpful to us in just understanding wild creatures. Never smile at a monkey. And 17 other important things to remember by Steve Jenkins. Everyone knows that tigers, crocodiles, sharks, and other large predators are dangerous. Many smaller animals are also well-known threats. People do their best to avoid rattlesnakes, black widow spiders, and piranhas, to name just a few. This book is about creatures, both large and small, whose dangerous nature may not be so obvious. Their teeth, claws, spines, and venom can be deadly to an unsuspecting or careless human. What makes these animals so dangerous? And what should you never do if you encounter one of them? Even I don't know all of these tricks. Never pet a platypus. This peculiar looking animal appears harmless, even comical, as it waddles about. The platypus, however, is the only poisonous mammal. It has venomous spurs on its hind legs, and it can give you a very painful jab. Never collect a cone shell. If you notice one of these beautifully patterned shells on the seafloor, you might be tempted to pick it up. That would be a big mistake. The cone shell hunts and defends itself with poisoned barbs that can be launched like harpoons. The barbs are so poisonous that you can die within minutes of being stabbed. Crazy, a shell. Never harass a hippopotamus. Hippos kill more people in Africa than any other wild animal. If a hippopotamus finds its path to the water blocked, or if it thinks that its baby is being threatened, it will charge, attacking with an enormous mouth and large tusks. Never jostle a jellyfish. A box jellyfish, that is. Most jellyfish can sting people, but the box jellyfish, also known as a sea wasp, is in a class by itself. Even the smallest contact with its stinging tentacles causes intense pain. If you are unlucky enough to become really entangled with a box jellyfish, you could die very quickly. Never step on a stingray. Normally, stingrays do not attack people. But if you step on a ray or frighten it by swimming too close, you can be seriously injured. Or, if you're really unlucky, killed. The ray can drive its long poisonous spine deep into the body of any animal or human that perceives as a threat. Never clutch a cane toad. This large, homely amphibian is a gentle insect eater. It's harmless except for 2 large sacs of venom on its neck. If pressed, these pouches squirt out a blinding and sometimes deadly poison. Never poach a pufferfish. The pufferfish can inflate itself like a prickly balloon, but that's not what makes it so dangerous. This fish's flesh contains a deadly toxin, and unless you know exactly what you are doing, cooking and eating it can kill you. I don't know about you, but I don't know what I'm doing with pufferfish, so I'm going to stay away. Never cuddle a cub. Black bears try to avoid people and are rarely aggressive. One exception is a mother bear that thinks her cubs are in danger. Bear cubs are fuzzy and cute, and you might want to get a closer look or even foolishly try to pet one. Since the mother bear is usually nearby, this is not a good idea. Never stare at a spitting cobra. If you come across this hooded, hissing reptile, you'll probably suspect that it is dangerous. What you might not realize is that it can spit its venom accurately for more than 8 feet, 2.5 meters. It aims for the eyes, and its poison can cause intense pain, even permanent blindness. Now, I haven't seen many of these animals that we've read about so far. I wonder if you've ever seen these animals or come in contact with them, and if you've ever thought about these things before you did. Never caress an electric caterpillar. This colorful caterpillar will turn into a harmless brown moth. But until that happens, look out. If your skin touches its hairy bristles, you'll feel an intense burning sensation. Without immediate medical attention, weakness, severe illness, and death can follow. Never corner a cassowary. The cassowary is a flightless bird that stands as tall as a man. Though it is shy and avoids people, a surprised or cornered cassowary can deliver a lethal kick with its sharp claws. Never antagonize an African buffalo. The African buffalo, a relative of the domestic cow, is one of the most dangerous large animals in the world. It has sharp hooves, long horns, and extremely nasty temper. It's not enough to just stay out of the African buffalo's way. If you are anywhere in its vicinity, this unpredictable animal may attack without warning. Never touch a tang. This coral reef fish has a razor-sharp spine on either side of its tail. If frightened, it whips its tail back and forth, slashing with its spines. The tang is a popular aquarium fish, but it must be handled with great care. Even a small tang can give you a serious injury, and a large tang can inflict life-threatening wounds. Never bother a blue-ringed octopus. This octopus is small enough to rest in the palm of your hand. Unfortunately, it is also one of the world's most poisonous animals. It can inflict a bite with a beak so sharp that at first you might not notice that you've been bitten. Without medical help, you can be killed by the venom of the blue-ringed octopus in less than an hour. Never confront a kangaroo. The male kangaroo defends itself by boxing with its front legs or balancing on its tail and kicking out with its back feet. When it's really riled up, a kangaroo can deliver a kick powerful enough to cave in a person's chest. Never badger a beaded lizard. This poisonous lizard is normally slow-moving, but it can react with surprising speed if it is alarmed. It latches onto prey, predator, or unlucky human with powerful jaws. It doesn't have fangs, so it chews its venom into a bite with its teeth. Never swim with a squid, especially not if it's a Humboldt squid. This fierce ocean predator can be longer than a full-grown man, and its tentacles are lined with thousands of sharp teeth. The humboldt squid attacks at high speed, whipping its tentacles around a victim and tearing out chunks of flesh with a sharp, parrot-like beak. And a final word of advice. Never smile at a monkey. If you smile at a rhesus monkey, it may interpret your show of teeth as an aggressive gesture and respond violently. Even a small monkey can give you a serious bite with its long, sharp fangs. And here it talks all about the predators and how these animals find their food. This book has some really interesting facts about the ways that animals find their food and how that can affect how they react to different actions of human beings. I hope you learned a little something from this book, Never Smile at a Monkey. And you can take away some important facts that will keep you safe if you ever encounter these crazy animals. But keep in mind that it's also really interesting to learn about these animals and all that they bring to our earth. So I hope that you have some interesting facts in your back pocket now, and you know never to smile at a monkey.